I'm gonna record us limbering up my ashy elbows. Gross. Don't look at it.
Hold on. Let's try to get our feet in there. Up our wiki feed score.
Right. Yeah. Wait. What is that a thing? I don't understand.
Yeah, just Google search wiki feed.
No, I'm okay. I don't trust it when people tell me to Google search this thing. It'll be cool anymore.
Oh no, I'm not encouraging. It's actively disgusting, but that's just because I hate feet.
Hi everybody. I'm Manny,
And I am Brandon.
and we are the Bearded Boys.
At least 2/3 of the bearded boys.
And today we're going to go over WandaVision Episode 3. So I hope you enjoy that. We're going to go ahead and jump right in to our overall thoughts of the episode. So Brandon, what did you think?
I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, I was not a fan of this episode until like the last 10 minutes of it.
What?
Because originally, like the first time I watched it, I loved this episode, but rewatching it again, I'm like, oh, this one's sort of like it lives and dies by like the last 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. What? Okay.
But maybe it's just I also don't like the Brady Bunch that much. So, and this was like clearly inspired by the Brady Bunch.
Oh yeah, no, that was very obvious. And if you don't like Brady Bunch, then yeah, I guess that would make sense. That be a little difficult for you. Yeah, for me, I don't know. I was okay with the episode. I don't know. I was like, we did get a little bit more as far as like what's going on, especially this was at the end, right? When we
again, this episode lives and dies with the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think I agree with all of that. Is because that was when like things started. You started getting like a lot of weird stuff going on, and a lot like
that tone shift again.
Yeah, you get the tone shift again, and you're like, oh, okay, this is like the overall like storyline kind of deal, and it's like giving you some hints and blatantly showing you like this is what's going on kind of deal, and that's where I was like, yes. Again, yeah.
I completely agree with you. It's just getting to that last 10 minutes when like writing the recap and stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize how much I don't like the first 2/3 of this.
Yeah, no, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking like, why didn't I feel that way? But I think the reason why I was just like, for me, it just felt like the other two episodes where I was like, I mean, the stuff that I've said already in the other overall things, I was like, oh, it's of this show, and that's cool, I guess, and we're just trying to get there. But so for me, I guess this one, it was just those same feelings. So kind of agree with what you're saying with the first one's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fine.
With the first two episodes, I didn't have like a problem like doing the recaps, but for this one, just for some reason, I'm like, oh god, it took me 2 days to do this. I literally had to stop in the like halfway through. I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this right now.
All right, yeah. So I think that's pretty much covers my overall thoughts. I don't really have like a ton of stuff to say on the whole thing. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think another thing I wanted to add is like Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, like the two main actors, are just doing such a great job, like with all like the sitcom acting going like throughout the decades and stuff. Like it's so good.
Again, like there's definitely must have been a lot of like watching and research of those TV shows and just kind of like mimicking all of that and just the feel and everything. I mean, and again, it's not just them or whatever. I mean, it's like the writers and the whole team and stuff.
So I don't know if you know this, but the director who directed like all the episodes was a child actor. He acted on a bunch of like really classic sitcoms in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, that'll help. I'm sure. That's cool.
All right, let's get into the recap. Open to a Brady Bunch style intro with a classic Brady Bunch blocking concept, except with hexagons.
Yes, because we love hexagons in this show. Love them.
There's a meaning behind the hex. I know it. I don't know what I know, but I know it's important.
Yes, the hex is important.
Yes.
Probably. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We hope, yes.
Maybe they're just really into shapes.
Yeah. I get that. Shapes are pretty great. Yeah. The theme songs alone is the only reason I'm okay with all the campy, silly stuff in the beginning before we actually get to, the overall plot stuff. Just because the theme songs are great and hilarious.
They're great.
It's
Well,
enough to.
the last week's Bewitched episode was kind of weak because it was just WandaVision.
It
But
was still so catchy though. I was for that.
I'm not saying it was bad by
Yeah,
any
yeah.
means. I
No,
enjoyed
yeah.
it, and the animation style was really cool.
Yeah. No, it was, yeah. And then yeah, I just thought it was funny, the whole little montages and stuff, and the fact that Vision is like a supercomputer and he couldn't even put together like that swing set and stuff. Like, this is so stupid. Like
Vision still seems like he's very confused about how the pregnancy happened, and Wanda tries to get him to stop talking. It was like, hey, it's not important. We're expecting now. We're going to be parents. It's going to be awesome. Vision's like, but I'm a robot? And
right, and the doctor's right there and he's like, but yeah, like it's also been like what about like 12 months? And I'm a robot, like you're not supposed to tell the doctor this stuff, Vision.
like you said, the doctor says that she is 4 months pregnant and is incredibly condescending.
Oh yeah. Of the time, I think.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, bro. Don't worry about her. She's just whatever.
She's just, yeah, I don't even want to say it on the channel. I'm like, no, I don't want to cross that line. It was very, what is it, misogynist?
It's time. Misogynistic.
Misogynistic, yeah. No, we like to tell the women, we like to have them explain it in fruit sizes.
Right.
I was like, oh god, no. Ugh.
Again, I mean,
of the time, no.
yeah, they're playing into the times, and even though the show was made in 2020, they're playing into the 1970s stereotypes.
Oh yes, oh yes.
So, Vision walks the doctor outside, and he asks him not to tell anyone about the pregnancy because yesterday they were not pregnant, and suddenly she is 4 months pregnant.
Right, but he didn't tell him that.
Exactly.
The doctor who was literally just there to listen to her stomach and tell her she's pregnant. That was it.
Right.
So yeah.
So the doctor's like, "Don't worry, bro. I got you. I won't tell anyone." And makes a comment that this was his last appointment before he goes on vacation to Bermuda.
Good for him. I didn't know people went to vacation to Bermuda.
I mean, it's an island, tropical sea stuff.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe they'll go on a catamaran. Who knows? It's fun stuff.
All right. Good for you, doctor. For now. So
Yes.
we think.
Right. So we see Wanda and Vision's next door neighbor, Herb, outside. While he's walking the doctor outside, we see Herb trimming the hedges. But then he starts using the trimmers to start cutting into the brick border between their two houses. But he doesn't seem to notice until Vision points that out to him, and it seems like he wasn't in control of himself.
Right.
And Vision seems naturally confused about this.
That makes sense that he'd be confused. But so this is the first tone shift thing. So this happened pretty early in the episode, which was surprising because like usually it's towards the middle or towards the end of the episode where you get that first like tone shift, I guess.
This seems off.
Yeah, like this is definitely off. Like something's wrong with Herb over here fucking sawing into, or buzzsawing, whatever, into his fence.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if you've ever used like one of those like herb trimmers, but I haven't. Those things aren't like the sharpest things, so for it to like cut through concrete slabs, basically, it was like, oh, something's really off.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. All right, what happens next?
Okay, Vision walks back inside and begins to tell Wanda what is happening with Herb, but when Wanda looks around to him, she is now 6 months pregnant.
Yep. Oh, I have a thing on this. I don't know if you noticed this. Okay. I saw this when I was watching it the first time, and I realized what was going on. But, so you know the fruit thing, right? Where the doctor's, like, comparing it to, like, the sizes of the baby and the fruit, and then she starts at 4 months. If you watch the scenes, you can see that Wanda, like, in each shot, there are the fruits that he described them as are in the scenes as she's progressing.
Oh, really?
So let me explain that better. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so on the 4 months thing, pears and papaya are in the bowl after Wanda suddenly gets bigger, so after the doctor leaves.
Right.
That fruit bowl that Vision sees when he goes to like catch it or whatever has pears and papayas in it.
Yeah, no, that's a good catch. I did not notice that.
Yeah, and then I guess as you keep explaining, I'll bring it up as the scenes go on.
So she's now 6 months pregnant, and it seems the further along she goes into the pregnancy, the less and less control she has over her powers.
Yeah. So this was the crib scene, right? Yeah, she can't. It's starting to seem like she can't control her powers. This is the part where she's like nesting or whatever is what Vision calls it, and they're like working on the crib and stuff. And then let's see, six. That was when she went to like 6 months or something, and Wanda's eating like a bowl of grapefruit. She has like sliced grapefruit she's eating. It looks like.
Which can we just say grapefruit is disgusting? If you like grapefruit, I don't want to be friends with you.
It's not the best. There are better fruits out there, everybody. No.
Literally any other fruit is better than grapefruit.
Yeah, I mean grapefruit juice is also bad.
Horrible.
It's also bad. Let's be honest. No.
Don't try to defend grapefruit.
Right. No, I tried. It didn't work out. No, just eat an orange.
All right. Vision seems increasingly excited for the baby and begins to practice to change diapers on a doll, which is a fun fact. The same doll that was in the Brady Bunch, or it was the same model of the doll that was in one of the episodes of Brady Bunch. It was Sally's doll, the youngest girl.
Okay, that's some attention to detail right there. That's so pretty much the whole series. Lots of attention to detail.
An ode to the classics.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, so, and there's pineapple on that counter, everybody. When the baby first kicks.
Wanda continues to progress, and she...
So the part where he's changing the baby's diaper or whatever, that's where Vision gives his projection of when the baby's gonna be born. And he's like, oh, in 3 days the baby's gonna get born. And so I like sat there and I was thinking, how did he like figure that out? Because it's been, what did I say? So we're at like 6 months right now, and it's only been like 36 hours. Like in 36 hours, if you actually do the math when he says that, he's like, I calculate it'll be 3 days from now. And they're like 7 months in. It hasn't even been 2 days yet. But it's like, okay, so the baby, it's gonna be like another 72 hours before the baby is born. I was just like, the time progression doesn't make any sense to his calculation. But anyway, you can keep going. I just wanted to point that out because I was like, that makes no sense.
A very valid point. Like, we're like 2/3 into this, and it's only been 36 hours.
Right? Yeah. Your 3 day estimate it's not good.
All right, so Wanda starts having false contractions, and her powers start affecting everything around them. So much so that she blows the power grid for the entire block.
That's some straight up power right there.
Hell yeah.
That's our girl.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Wanda begins to question if the neighbors suspect that she is the one doing the weird things that have been going on in the neighborhood. Vision is starting to believe that something strange is indeed going wrong, but he's not completely sure what. So there's a hard cut to Vision saying that he knows what Wanda means, but then he says something completely different than what he had said before.
Oh yeah, that was really weird. I mean, we kind of already know that Wanda has something to do with this, and she's controlling like the situation and stuff. This was just another reminder, like, yeah, if she doesn't like it, it's gonna get cut out. It's gonna change.
It's sort of going back to that second episode where the beekeeper pops up out of the manhole, and she's like, No,
we're not doing that. Start over. No.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all wish we had that button, Wanda. I'm sure.
Like, I'm the director. I decide.
Yeah, it's my choice. All right, anyway.
And after that sweet but confusing moment, Wanda starts having interactions, and it starts to rain inside their house, which they take to mean as Wanda's water breaking, which is really gross.
Yeah, but they kept it PG. Good job.
Yes. But, the symbolism was pretty on the nose, and it's still gross.
Okay. It's natural, Brandon. It's how Mother Nature works, okay?
You can have a pregnant woman water break on top of your head. I'm not saying it's not natural or beautiful, but that doesn't mean it's not gross.
Oh my god. Okay, that's staying in there. Also, wait, this is... Alright, well, this is also the part where there's no... where it's supposed to be the 9-month mark, and so I was looking for the honeydew at this part. This is the only part where my logic from before falls apart, because I was like, there's no honeydew in this scene or anything. The only thing that I was like kind of thinking could have been what they were trying to do is the fact that the couch the pattern on the couch looks like the skin on a honeydew. And that's a little bit of a stretch, but if you watch it, you're like, this is what... Because the honeydew has, like, kind of the little circles on it. And these look like hexagons, but whatever. And their couch is, like, the color that a honeydew... Like, the skin on a honeydew would be. Whatever. Anyway.
I will take your word for it because I don't think I've actually seen what a honeydew looks like.
Oh. They're pretty good. Honeydews are pretty
I like eating honeydew, but I've never seen one with, like, the
skin on? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Honeydew are underrated and deserve to be a big part of fruit salad.
Right. They should be definitely more top tier than grapefruit. So
yes, we can both agree on that.
And next week's episode, we're gonna rank fruits by the best. No?
Obviously, grapes are number one because they make grapes and wine.
I should have known.
So after Wanda's water breaks, we cut to another commercial, and this one is for Hydra Soak, a luxury bath powder with the tagline "Find the Goddess Within." Hint, hint, because Wanda's powers, Hydra experimented on Wanda and unlocked her powers with experimentation with Mind Stone.
Yeah, there was a lot of on the nose like stuff
right.
with the whole Hydra Soak
I feel
commercial.
like the longer and longer these commercials go on, the more on the nose they're gonna be. These are obviously like important moments in Wanda's character development.
Right. No. Yeah. For sure.
All right. After the commercial, Vision runs off to see if he can get the doctor before he leaves for a vacation, and he leaves Wanda by herself until the doorbell rings. Naturally, Wanda is kind of surprised, like, who the hell would come visit me when I am pregnant and it's raining inside?
Right. This wasn't on her script. No.
Right, exactly. And surprise, surprise, it's Geraldine.
Yay! Also, who the fuck doesn't have a bucket? Everyone has a bucket. Anyway, you can keep going. Whatever.
I mean, yeah. Hey, but Geraldine, she just moved to town. She's still settling in. Not everyone
remembers to buy a bucket on their...
Exactly.
Right. Anyway, she fucked up. We can keep going.
Again, we don't know her previous living situation. I'm not going to blame Geraldine for this.
All right, fine. She can have a pass. It's okay. All right.
So, like we said, she has to borrow a bucket because of all of her pipes have suddenly burst because Wanda's water just burst.
Right.
Which, again, gross.
Okay. All right. We get it. It's gross. All right.
Look, if we're going symbolism, everything water related in this episode is her water bursting, and I don't want to be covered in it. I'm just saying.
Right. Also, the baby coming out like perfectly clean. I guess she could have cleaned it behind the couch, but
again, it's the 70s. Everything was idyllic.
Right. Okay. I see. I'm ready.
Okay, so Wanda goes to get her bucket, and as another contraction hits her, her powers instantly change the coat she was wearing to a rain jacket, and then again it changes again into a fur coat. And first of all, the rain jacket, practical and also gross. The fur coat, even arguably grosser.
Oh my god! This whole scene was pretty funny because Geraldine sees all this stuff happening, like paint portraits are like spinning on the walls and like weird shit. It's like Portuguese level stuff, and Geraldine's just like, I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for all of this.
Right?
Like, no, there's no way. You can't get away with any of that.
Girl, you're smarter than this. As Geraldine is about to leave, she asks Wanda a question about her work. And Wanda starts to notice a live stork wandering around her house. And to make sure that Geraldine doesn't notice, she makes Geraldine elaborate on her work stuff. Because earlier in the episode, Wanda or Vision, I don't remember who, painted a stork on the wall inside the kids' room.
Right, and now it's real. It's a real stork now.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the whole stork scene was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It was kind of silly. It's cool to see. It's interesting to see like something causing her powers just to not work. It's an interesting little weakness, I guess. I don't know.
That's what kids do. They sap the life out of you.
Oh god. Oh my god. This is your brand, Brandon. Don't ever change, okay? Don't ever let us censor you for being a jerk, because this is what I would call your brand.
The stork is wandering around the is wandering around the house. Wanda is still trying to distract Geraldine, and when the bird starts chirping, Wanda claims that it is her new ice maker built right into the fridge because that's exciting new technologies of the 70s.
Right, no one would really know. That was
Exactly.
a good lie because it's believable. Good lies are believable.
Right. Next, she's gonna say the next chirping will be the microwave.
Right. And then the next one will be their pet stork. There you go. Problem solved. No antics involved.
Exactly. So Geraldine walks into the baby's bedroom and is noticeably confused that Wanda is now about to give birth because she wasn't that
pregnant the day before. Right. No questions though. This is a crisis situation, please.
Hey, but Geraldine steps up to the plate.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, I'm gonna help you give birth to your baby. I'm a midwife. It's perfect.
Everyone suddenly knows how to do that.
Right. It all works out.
Yes, but we cut to Vision getting the doctor. Geraldine, like we said, starts to help Wanda with her birthing on the ground and telling her to relax, which it doesn't, as her powers continue to go wild inside the house. And this is where like all the paintings are starting to like spin and stuff. Vases are starting to fly everywhere. It's absolute chaos.
Oh yeah. Yep. For sure.
And again, like we said, somehow Geraldine just knows how to birth a child.
Right. She's like,
or help birth a child.
Yep. That easy. It's just I mean, if you've ever seen like any TV show ever, you really just need hot towels. That's
hot towels and
hot wet
like
towels.
hands.
Right, yeah, that's all you need. And we probably should have put this in because maybe it is. I don't know. Like maybe it is all you need.
Neither one of us have ever helped birth a child, so we
could put that disclaimer on the front there. We don't have children.
After her child is born, which is a son, things seem to calm down a bit. Her powers seem to go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
And after the child is born is when Vision and the Doctor come in. They just missed it. Damn it, Vision. Be better.
Right. You couldn't come back quickly with that super speed?
Right. But that doesn't matter because Vision is so proud of Wanda. Vision holds his son and decides to name him Tommy, and which is great because that's what Wanda wanted to name him. They had a little bit of an argument earlier about naming their boy Tommy or Billy.
Oh, right, yeah. Yep, good Vision.
And Wanda wanted to name him Tommy, Vision wanted to name him Billy, but as soon as he sees, like, all right.
Wanda wins.
Yep, Wanda wins. So, this is Tommy.
I wouldn't want to fuck with Wanda, so, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She can have whatever she wants, no.
All right. But the fun isn't over because she immediately goes into labor again because apparently this dumbass incompetent doctor couldn't detect that she was pregnant with twins.
It's because Geraldine like took him out like right away. He's like, "Oh, why don't you help me in the kitchen?"
Even like her first like appointment in the beginning of the episode, at 4 months, you should be able to hear multiple heartbeats.
Oh, true. Okay. But
this ass couldn't.
Right. You don't know, man. You weren't in the 1970s. All he had was a stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Right.
Stethoscope.
Yeah. I don't know how much you can trust how much they actually knew at that point in time.
Regardless, I'm still saying he's incompetent.
Yeah. I mean, it did definitely look like she still had like a pretty huge baby belly, but I don't know how that works either. So I'm gonna stop commenting on pregnancy stuff, because I'm gonna piss somebody off. Like I don't actually know anything.
Fine, all right. You can be the PC version, Manny.
Yes. Okay.
Wanda was pregnant with twins, and we find out that she has another son, which is great for Vision because he gets to name him Billy.
So both names.
The twins of Wanda and Vision. Hell yeah!
There you go. Right. Billy and the other one.
And Tommy.
I
don't know which one is which. They're pretty interchangeable, but
yeah, future Power Rangers. There you go.
Oh God! I never thought about that.
Yes.
Yes, the future Blue Ranger and the green /
yeah. Just think of like the most stereotypical like white people names. No.
Again, it's the 70s.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
After the twins are born, they're put into some twin cribs, which Wanda, I'm assuming, made too, because they're twins, and Geraldine just didn't seem to notice because
Right. I mean, with the way this
reasons.
right. So with the way this episode's been going, she probably just conjured it, and no one said anything about it. Like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, they already do. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. So Vision walks the Doctor outside and says he still hopes that he makes his trip, but the Doctor makes a strange comment about not being to escape small towns.
Right.
And this is the start of that, like, the last 10 minutes tone shift.
Yeah. Things start to get, like, weird. I thought it was interesting that the Doctor just kind of gave up on his vacation. It's like, oh yeah, car's broken, we're not going on vacation, but it's because, there's more shit going on. But
yeah,
it kind of seemed like he was, whatever spell they were under, like whatever was going on, it kind of seemed like the Doctor was like almost lucid as far as like what was going on for a second there.
Right.
Or at least maybe partially lucid about what was going on, but yeah.
Vision begins talking with Herb and Agnes is just standing in their yard for some reason talking with Herb.
Right, yeah, like whispering in his ear and stuff.
Right.
And
he hears them whispering about something, and Agnes begins to ask questions about Geraldine. Cut back to Geraldine and Wanda admits that she was a twin, but her twin has died back in Sokovia, and starts singing to her boys a Sokovian lullaby. And
that language she doesn't have an accent for.
Yes. So Geraldine, this is when Geraldine asks Wanda if Pietro was killed by Ultron, and distinctly remember, the music changing right after she asked that, and this is where it really starts to feel like, oh, Wanda knows what's up, and she's an active contributor to this, and if you mess with her reality, it's not going to be good for you.
You're going to get fucked.
Because, again, that tone shift shifts completely to the max, almost like you're facing Freddy Krueger or some shit.
Oh god, it's just like she's a murderer or whatever. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, pretty much at this point on, every 10 seconds, it's like something new and weird is going on. Yeah. Say there was also there was a split second where when Agnes was talking, I was like, wait, is Geraldine evil? What's going on? But no, you easily get that corrected a second.
Wanda is definitely
what's going on, guys.
Yeah, exactly. If not actively involved, just subconsciously, she is part of this somehow. We don't know exactly how yet.
But she's pissed. Anyway.
Right. Cut back to Vision, and Agnes says that Geraldine doesn't have a family or a husband. Vision says, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own deal. But Agnes and Herb seem unconvinced. They also say that Geraldine doesn't have a home, which raises the question, where is she sleeping at night?
Right, and why does she have such awesome clothes? These awesome, nice, clean clothes if she's homeless?
And also her makeup is top-notch.
Right, top-notch makeup as homeless. Yeah, person. The other stuff, it would just come off as judgy of Agnes. God, Agnes, fuck you too, jeez. But it's she also doesn't live anywhere. And then you're like, and she looks that good. Huh. No.
But, again, so cut back to Wanda, and she asked Geraldine what she just said menacingly, straight up menacingly. Mm-hmm. And I believe her accent comes back full force right now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I do believe her accent really kicks in right now. But Geraldine, being the cool cat that she is, she tries to play it off, and she said something else, but Wanda forces the issue and says, "What did Geraldine say about Pietro?" and eventually telling her to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And leave she does, because she's just kind of gone in the next scene. And Vision's like, where'd Geraldine go? And Wanda's like, oh, she had to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Out that door that you were standing in front of,
with our neighbors who didn't see anything.
Right. Yeah. She's dead. She's dead, everybody.
So, Vision. Cut back to Vision, and he seems visibly confused by the fact that Geraldine doesn't have a home, and Herb tries to tell him why she came here, but doesn't seem to be able to. He physically can't tell Vision why
Yeah,
she was here.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, just another weird thing to add to the pile of weird that's going on. Yeah.
Right. Again, it's another one of those things where you can tell something, like, we know something's off. We're not sure what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eventually, Herb tries to tell Vision, but Agnes interrupts him and subtly shakes her head to tell him, like, yo, dude, shut the fuck up.
You're gonna get killed.
Exactly. So Agnes begins to leave, and after Vision looks at Herb to see if he still wants to tell him what he was going to say, but Herb seems to be back to normal. He's still, he just goes back to trimming his hedges and shit.
Right, with his fucked up fence now. His fucked up, like, concrete fence, yeah.
Yep. We cut back to Wanda, and Geraldine is still in the house. But Wanda notices the necklace that Geraldine is wearing and recognizes it as the sword logo. So this is where her accent really starts to kick in. My mistake.
Oh, okay.
So Wanda notices the same logo that was on the mysterious beekeeper who climbed out of the manhole. It was the same logo on his back, but it's on her necklace. And this triggers Wanda, and this is where her accent really becomes thicker. Wanda continues to get angrier and demands to know who Geraldine actually is.
Suspense. So much suspense.
Exactly. And finally, cut to Vision rushing back inside to see Wanda standing over the twins' cradles as if nothing bad has happened. She's like, oh yeah, I just gave birth for 2 kids. I'm standing up. Like, I'm great.
Yeah, Geraldine's gone.
Yeah, no one else is in the room. And when Vision begins to question Wanda about Geraldine, Wanda's like, oh yeah, she had to rush home.
Yep, everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything worked out great. Like,
this is where Vision really starts to, begins to start questioning, because according to Agnes and Herb, she doesn't have a home.
Yeah, and that happened away from Wanda, so she can't, do her thing where she, you forget, yeah, we'll go back. That didn't happen because she wasn't there. So that was interesting, We cut to them sitting down on the couch, begin to watch TV again. But the last shot is we see a sign of Westview where Geraldine is shot through some type of force field and lands in an open field and is immediately surrounded by some military forces. We don't know who. We might be able to make some logical guesses. Maybe it's Sword. We don't know. We haven't been introduced to them yet. Probably, but yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, it was like a whole area. It was like almost the whole city was enveloped in the TV staticky orb.
I'm pretty sure we just see Geraldine fly through a force field. We don't see the actual shape of it, the overall like a top down shot.
Right. We don't get a top down shot, but we do see a wall of static, with the lights hitting it.
Right.
It looks like TV static.
We do see that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, there was a lot of cool. This is the part, that was the exact part where I started being like, all right, I'm invested. I like this show. The show's great. It's more than just campy laughs. I can enjoy it more than just the whole sitcom-y thing that I was mentioning earlier.
I definitely agree. This as much as I say I like the first 2 episodes, I think this was the perfect spot to introduce the larger scope of the show.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think we could have gone another episode
with
just another straight sitcom episode.
I agree. I 100% agree. I'm glad that they got to it at this point. I'm glad that it probably starts to change after that. So yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
Not really. I think I pretty much had everything that I wanted to say kind of out there. Again, that kind of was my closing thoughts. Is I'm glad that the thing happened. The whole thing where they show the scene where Geraldine's out and it shows the staticky force field with the lights on it, and there's a bigger stuff going on, right? And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the bigger stuff going on and to see how this is gonna play out, because I don't think this is gonna work out for Wanda. Just because if she does have control of this situation, I'm not sure that what's going on with everybody there is good. So yeah, there's some bad stuff.
We'll get to that in mentions of that in later episodes.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a good cliffhanger to end on.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, again, everybody, I'm Manny.
And I am Brandon.
And we are 2/3 of the Bearded Boys. And have a great day, night,
Have a good day. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share the video.
There's buttons somewhere down there. All right, bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.